Hello everybody and welcome to United Rant. Paul Pogba is to quit Manchester United. Massive breaking news right after the match preview against RB Leipzig we had uploaded last night. Massive news and absolutely disgrace. It's an absolute disrespectful from Paul Pogba. Who does Paul Pogba think he is? Who does his agent think he is? We're Manchester United Football Club, and prior to, on the eve of such a massive game against RB Leipzig in the Champions League, it was our biggest game. It is our biggest game of the season as far now. And prior to that, when Paul Pogba was on the flight with his Manchester United teammates to Germany, not even in England, when they were on the flight to Germany to face RB Leipzig, which was the biggest game of the season, his agent has the audacity to come out in public and say that Paul Pogba's time at Manchester United is over. It's a bloody disgrace. It's an absolute joke. It's shambles. Paul Pogba needs to apologize. You know what? It's the biggest game of our season. His agent, he does that. It's not acceptable. What is the motive? The transfer window is not even open. Like, it's absolutely disgusting from what they have done. His Pogba's team has done. No point. The transfer window doesn't even open till for a month now. It's not even January. We were gonna sell Paul Pogba in the summer transfer window, not in the January transfer window. And a few hours before a massive game, his agent says that Pogba is unhappy at the club and he needs a new team with new teammates, and Juventus is where he should go, and Juventus should be his next club. Absolutely, it's disgusting. You know what? We've had enough of this Pogba saga. Pogba has disrespected, his agent has disrespected the club a lot of times. Last season, last summer as well, before that as well, he said that he wants a new team, whatever he wanted when he went for the Adidas tour. He said that he wants a new challenge. And now his agent, when Pogba had a good game against West Ham, he scored an absolute banger. The fans were backing him. We all wanted Pogba to start in tonight's match against RB Leipzig. I had him in my team. I wanted him to start. I'm sure a lot of you fans wanted Pogba to start. And then his agent drops a bomb with absolutely no motive. Like, what is the point? And I cannot back Pogba here. And I know there are some fans who are still backing Pogba because it wasn't Pogba who said that. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, what does that even mean? I'm telling you guys who are defending Pogba, you're not Manchester United fans. You're Paul Pogba fans. You guys should get ready. Go and buy a new Juventus jersey and get ready to watch Juventus. Watch that boring Serie A. Play the Farmers League. What is the point? Because the transfer window is not open. You cannot leave tomorrow. Like, what is the motive? The only motive I can think of is sabotage. Is to cause mishap at Manchester United Football Club and try to derail their whole season. Because you know what? The only motive from here it can be because the transfer window is shut. He could have waited for maybe the weekend, maybe after the Manchester derby. Tell that in the summer transfer window. Why was he quiet? Tell it in the January transfer window when it's opening next month, not right now, not prior to a massive game against RB Leipzig in the Champions League, where we all wanted Paul Pogba to start and we need to win that game. It's an absolute must-win game, and the only reason I can think of is sabotage. They wanted to damage Manchester United's confidence, because then if we lose tonight against RB Leipzig, we get knocked out to the Europa League, and then we lose 60 to 70 million, and Manchester United Football Club, they'll be forced to sell Paul Pogba in the January transfer window. That's the only motive, and it's absolutely ridiculous. Paul Pogba, for me, I've lost it for Paul Pogba. I've lost my respect. I've lost it. Now for me, Pogba, and for a lot of you fans as well, Paul Pogba will now be in the bracket with Angel Di Maria. Pogba is an absolute snake. He has backstabbed Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And you know what? Jose Mourinho got a lot of things wrong at Manchester United, and I wanted Mourinho out. I think he got sacked because his football was terrible. It wasn't good enough for us to watch. But Mourinho got the Pogba thing right. This proved that Mourinho wasn't wrong about Paul Pogba. And a lot of fans, including me, we wanted Mourinho out, and I was backing Paul Pogba to deliver. And in Solskjaer's first 2 months, that's the only 2 months, that's the only period I can think of in the 4 seasons Paul Pogba has stayed at Manchester United where he was good enough. Otherwise, he's not world class. He's an absolute inconsistent player. And even Fabrizio Romano, he tweeted out today morning that Real Madrid don't want Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba, he kept flirting around with Real Madrid, and I don't mind the flirting around with Madrid. You can talk all about Madrid, but just keep your mouth shut before a massive game where you are expecting yourself to start, and it's absolutely ridiculous. I'm fuming. It's not acceptable. And now Romano says that Pogba wanted to join Real Madrid, but Real Madrid are showing no signs of any interest in Paul Pogba right now. So the only club Pogba has right now is Juventus. Juventus want Paul Pogba, and Raiola said that Paul Pogba and his Juventus teammates are still mates and all that. No one gives a damn. Not before. You don't leak this news. You don't drop such a huge bomb before a massive decider. It is the game of the season for us. If we lose this match, we're out in the Europa League, and that's exactly what I think Raiola and Paul Pogba want, because then United will lose a lot of money. The financial market has crashed because of this pandemic, and we'll be forced to sell Paul Pogba. And what is Paul Pogba's worth in the current transfer window? Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section, because I don't think Paul Pogba is worth more than 50 million. 50 million is the maximum. I'm going the top with 50 million. I think we can maximum get like 40 million for Paul Pogba, and that's the only value. And for the first time, I don't care about this 40 million. Manchester United Football Club, they need to be strong here. A player cannot just stay with the team, stay in the dressing room, and he cannot backstab the manager, backstab the fans, and he cannot just disrespect the whole fan club. It's not just the club who is he's disrespecting, it's the fans. There are a lot of fans like me. I like Paul Pogba. I've always backed Paul Pogba, but I wanted him to sign his new contract. I would have been happy if Paul Pogba would have committed himself, put his head down and focused on Manchester United, because we haven't seen that from Pogba for the last 4 years, ever since he has joined. And when he joined Manchester United back in 2016, he said that he joined back because he wanted to prove everyone wrong at Manchester United, and that he wanted to do things which went wrong. He couldn't do it when the first time when he was at United. He wanted money and whatever Raiola wanted from him, and Sir Alex Ferguson sold him. We lost him for free, and he came back to United because he wanted to prove himself, and he hasn't proved. I'm telling you, Paul Pogba, if you're listening, you are a fail in the Premier League. I don't care what you do in La Liga with Real Madrid or Juventus. It's a slow league. It will suit Paul Pogba. It's not as intense and it's not as fast paced as the Premier League. So you are a fail in the Premier League. No one gives a damn about what you go and do in La Liga or in Juventus. And Manchester United need to be strong here. I think United are in a better position right now. I think we have got more power right now. Raiola, he can say whatever the goddamn he wants. Pogba wants to leave, we all know that. But we could have done that in an easier way. We fans and the board know that Pogba wants to leave. Solskjaer knows that Pogba wants to leave. And in this summer transfer window, we probably were gonna sell Paul Pogba. So you could have kept your mouth shut at least till the January transfer window. And then, yes, it happens. We sign players, it doesn't always work, and we could have left in good terms. He has spent 4 years at Manchester United. It hasn't worked. This is the 4th year, and we still talk about what his best position is. And you're telling me that before a massive game he does that. I'm absolutely fuming. I've lost it. I've lost my respect for Paul Pogba. And you can do whatever you want in Juventus. And why I think United are in a stronger position is because Real Madrid, according to Romano, don't want Pogba anymore. So I don't think Real Madrid will come for Pogba in the January transfer window. And the only other club that can afford Paul Pogba is Juventus. So Manchester United, Pogba has got 2 years. His contract doesn't expire till the summer of 2022. So it's not like Ozil that he can go at the end of this summer window. Okay, he has taken a big risk. If Juventus come up with a 40 million deal, and Manchester United, we have got the power right now, we can reject that deal and maybe ask Juventus. The only deal which we can do with Pogba is for Ronaldo. That's the only swap deal I would do with Juventus. I don't care about the 40 million. I don't want the 40 million. I would rather send Pogba to the reserves. He deserves what he deserves the punishment for disrespecting the club in front of the whole world. He made a joke of this club. It's absolutely disrespectful. So the only deal I would do with Juventus is a swap deal for Ronaldo, which is possible because Juventus want to get rid of Ronaldo's wages because of this pandemic crisis. The finances gone down for most of the clubs, and they haven't got fans back as well. They've lost as much money as the other clubs have. So the only deal can be done is Ronaldo for Pogba. That's the swap deal I would do. And then Juventus, I'm 90% sure Juventus would reject that deal. And then Raiola and Pogba screwed. Throw Pogba to the reserves, make him play in the under 23s, because Juventus won't give. I don't think in this January transfer window, I don't think Ronaldo will leave. I don't think Juventus will let Ronaldo leave, because they're still in the Champions League and they want to win the Champions League, and that's why they bought Cristiano Ronaldo. So 90% they'll reject that swap deal for Pogba and Ronaldo. And United will say that's the only swap deal, that's the only deal we want to do. Raiola and Paul Pogba will have absolutely nothing. Inter Milan, why would Pogba go to Inter Milan? Real Madrid don't want him. Barcelona, why would they want Paul Pogba? Like, why would teams actually want an inconsistent Paul Pogba? A Pogba Pogba believes in his own hype. What Bruno Fernandes has done in the last 10 months, Paul Pogba has failed to do that in the last 4 years. Bruno Fernandes is a player that has done what we had expected from Paul Pogba. And Pogba is not just another signing. He was the world record transfer. He is currently, even right now, he is our most expensive transfer which we have ever signed. So Paul Pogba should have some courtesy. And there are some fans, I find it ridiculous. There are some fans who are backing Paul Pogba and saying that the board got it wrong. Like, what is... Mino Raiola comes out and says in that whatever that meeting was with Tutor Sport, he says that Paul Pogba isn't happy because he isn't able to express himself. Like, what? I don't understand that. Like, what's the point? Is it only up to the managers in the last 4 years that Paul Pogba has underperformed, or has the player has to take some responsibility as well? And I don't understand what that main position of Pogba is. Paul Pogba is not a number 10. He doesn't play as the number 10 for France. And Mino Raiola, basically he's telling that Pogba is not able to express himself because he doesn't play as a number 10. Like, we play him as the number 6. Pogba plays as the number 6. He plays as a central midfielder for France. He doesn't play as an attacking midfielder. So I don't get what the point is with. And any fan or any manager with the right mind, they wouldn't pick Paul Pogba instead of Bruno Fernandes playing as the attacking midfielders. I don't get it. Raiola, you need to wake up. You need to see what Manchester United are doing with Bruno Fernandes. You take Fernandes out of the team and you put Pogba there. We did that against West Ham in the first half. We were abysmal. We were terrible. We got bullied by West Ham. And immediately in the second half, we put Bruno Fernandes into the team. Not just Bruno Fernandes is a great player, he makes the other players, including Paul Pogba, better. So I don't understand what Raiola is trying to say. Pogba doesn't play as the number 10 for France, and even Juventus don't play with a number 10. So Raiola, you've got it wrong. You can sit down with that. It's an absolute disgrace for what they have done. And Paul Pogba, there are some fans as well saying that Pogba didn't say that. Like, Pogba pays Mino Raiola, Raiola is his agent. Pogba is the employer. He employs Mino Raiola. If that wasn't wrong, you remember a couple of months ago when there was this rumor that Paul Pogba has quit playing for France, and Pogba immediately put out a story on Instagram saying that there was fake news and that he would sue the Sun. I think it was the Sun's director. He would sue him for that fake news. So if you're telling me that Paul Pogba doesn't know what's happening here, is an absolute joke. Pogba knows what Raiola is gonna do. And we have just had a very positive press conference from Solskjaer and Harry Maguire. And the only big impact from that press conference was that the team is confident and that we are ready to go and win. And a couple of hours later, one of our biggest players, his agent, comes out and says that his time at Manchester United is over. Absolutely ridiculous. And you're telling me Paul Pogba doesn't know about that. Like, Pogba, if it's been like 12, 14 hours already now, so Pogba should have come out. He knows how to use Instagram, doesn't he? He knows how to use Twitter. He should have just sent out a tweet that whatever my agent said right now is wrong, and sack Mino Raiola. He's not the only agent in world football, is he? There is George Mendes. There are other big agents. You don't necessarily need Mino Raiola. Yes, we know that you might be his best friend or whatever that is, but you're telling me that Paul Pogba doesn't know what's happening. He definitely does. He's sitting with the Manchester United teammates, and it's absolutely ridiculous. I can't believe what he did. If I was Paul Pogba and Raiola comes up with such a suggestion, yes, I might want to leave Manchester United. Yes, maybe it's my dream to play for Real Madrid or Juventus or whatever. If Raiola comes to me and says that, Pogba, prior to, on the eve of a massive game, the biggest game for Manchester United, I'm gonna drop a bomb saying that you want to leave this football club. I would say, like, what's the point? What is the goddamn point? What is the motive? I would get dropped. I would get hate from the fans. I would be the talking point for the wrong reasons, not for the right reasons. I've just had a good game against West Ham. The fans want me to start in this game. I don't understand. The only reason, like I said, can be for causing sabotage and for harming Manchester United Football Club in front of the world. Absolute disgrace from Paul Pogba. You know what, Solskjaer shouldn't pick Pogba tonight. I don't want Pogba to start today ahead of Van de Beek. Firstly, Van de Beek should start. It'll be an absolute disgrace from Solskjaer if he doesn't start Van de Beek ahead of Pogba. And I would rather start McTominay ahead of Pogba. Yes, McTominay is nowhere near Paul Pogba, but I bloody know that McTominay will work his arse off and he would play for the badge. He would give it his all. Even though he might not be anywhere near Paul Pogba's ability and quality, he might not be a game changer for us, but I know that he'll run around, he'll work his socks off and try to play for the badge and try to get the win. Don't care what Pogba does. There's absolutely no point. I don't want Pogba to start. I think he should be on the bench. You can't just disrespect the club in front of the whole world before a massive game when the whole world is waiting for a massive game. And RB Leipzig are a very good team and I've absolutely lost it. This is also a lesson. Jose Mourinho was absolutely right, and now Manchester United Football Club, they need to make sure that they never repeat it. We should stay away from Mino Raiola's client. Yes, we wanted Erling Haaland, and yes, he is a superstar right now, and he will be whatever he becomes in the future. We'll see what he is, but I don't want Erling Haaland anymore at the club. Firstly, I don't even think he'll join. Secondly, Erling Haaland is a prat himself. He acts very weird. He is a prat. It'll be hard to handle him. And third, we'll have Mino Raiola as the agent again, which we should stay away from that. And Raiola says that Solskjaer shouldn't talk about Haaland. Like, excuse me, the only the latest legends from Norwegian football was Solskjaer, and now they've got a good footballer in Erling Haaland. And when Solskjaer gets asked about Haaland in the press conference, you're telling me Solskjaer shouldn't talk about a player from his country? Like that doesn't make sense. He tells that Solskjaer should not talk about Erling Haaland and that he should focus on getting the best out of Pogba. Like, look at the audacity of that man to disrespect the whole. Like, I don't know what to say. I'm absolutely lost it for Paul Pogba. I don't think he should ever start for Manchester. He should never wear that Manchester United jersey again. If I was the manager, I would pull right now. Paul Pogba is probably sitting around with his teammates right now. I would go into that team. I would go into that room, whichever room he's sitting, call him out, have a word with him, ask him what nonsense is this. If Pogba tells me he doesn't know, then I would tell him to put out a tweet or a story, whatever he wants to, right now, saying that whatever his agent said is false and sack his agent. Don't at least tell that it's fake news. He doesn't do that. And if he knows that, I'm telling Pogba, get your belongings. You're off in the next flight to England. Go back home. You're not gonna stay away from. You have to stay away from this team. You are gonna do no help. If I was Solskjaer, I would absolutely do that. Paul Pogba should be thrown away to the reserves. Make him play in the under 23s. The best thing is, I don't care about the 40 million anymore. It's about respect. We're Manchester United fans. You cannot just disrespect the club like that. I would rather send Pogba to the under 23s, make him play in the reserves, and run his contract down till to 2022. Paul Pogba will be 30 years of age when his contract gets over. And what's the point? He's done. His peak years are done. Why would Real Madrid even want him now? Why he might go to Juventus, but no one cares about Pogba now. He's 30. What's he got to offer to world football? Nothing. Make him run down his contract. He won't be playing for France because he hasn't played football. That's a big risk which Raiola has taken, and I think Manchester United have the power right now. I don't want Solskjaer to start Pogba today, but having said that, I think Solskjaer will pick Pogba. I think Pogba was definitely in the plans for this game. Disgrace. I've lost my respect for Paul Pogba, Mino Raiola. Manchester United should make sure that we shouldn't have Mino Raiola in our dialer anymore. Get rid of Pogba and get rid of Mino Raiola. Yes, Raiola has some big world stars and he usually has or works for youngsters, wonder kids, but we have to stay away from Mino Raiola. And Pogba, if I was the manager, if I was in charge, I would have asked him to apologize firstly, and I would have given him the Ozil treatment. Ozil hasn't done this for deserving whatever he's getting. Make Pogba play in the reserves. And if he declines playing in the reserves, call the lawyers, call the Manchester United lawyers and sue him. He's got no option. He's taken the biggest. He tried messing around with the club. If I was in charge, I would do that. You've got to be ruthless. You can't just disrespect someone. And you know what? Players should have something in their contract where you cannot just openly criticize or disrespect the club and talk nonsense about the club. They should be sued for that. And I absolutely lost it when I read that news, and I don't want Pogba to start today. It's a massive game. We have to win. We have to concentrate on the result and go and get that win against RB Leipzig. And the best thing would be Manchester United going and beating RB Leipzig away from home without Paul Pogba. That would be the biggest lesson for him. But anyways, thanks for watching. Smash a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And turn on your post notifications. Make sure you guys follow us on Instagram and on Twitter at United Rant TV. We keep posting regular stuffs there. And I'll speak to you all after the match. Hopefully we get the win. Pogba out. I'll speak to you all soon. Till then, peace.